Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a LEGO Minifigures Series 23 review. Today we are looking at the brand new series that launched on September the 1st, and this is actually retailing for $4.99 USD and $4.99 Canadian. Thankfully, still the prices didn't change with LEGO's increase, and honestly, I really love the concept of this series. I think that just the holiday theme of it is really fun, and the fact that as well, like, they're not just celebrating Christmas necessarily. Some of these could be worn to like Halloween, as well as, you know, they could also, one of them is specifically celebrating Thanksgiving. And I just love the concept of this, and I think that it's pretty fitting. However, it just shouldn't be what's releasing now. There should have definitely been a 90-year anniversary series. It also shouldn't be two series back to back. I don't know how I feel about that, but maybe we'll get like 3 licensed ones next year, but I don't think that's the case so far from rumors. But anyways, enough preamble. Let's go ahead and let's jump into things. So we're actually going to go ahead and go in order of the checklist. So the first one here is actually the Nutcracker, and I really love this figure just in the concept again, and the execution of it I think looks awesome. I love the dual molded legs there with the boot printing, as well as a little bit of like the I guess the jacket is coming down onto the legs. You got a big belt and all that. It looks very tall. That's sort of the effect that they're going for here. You've also got a little nut print there actually on this 1x1 tile, as well as the sword, and I like the little neck attachment there and this huge hat and hair piece. It looks great, but with this face, you've got a closed mouth here, but then on the back, you've got this open one. So it's like it's actually like chewing down on the nut. I think that's really cool. Love the back torso printing there. But yeah, even look at that. You even got a little bit of side arm printing. I really think this is a great figure. Here's the Sugar Fairy, and I love this figure. I'm a little tired of like getting the little girls with the butterfly wings, but it's quite cool because they've got printing here on the back, which I don't think the other ones do, or maybe some do, some don't. But even the little skirt, like you could see there, it's got all these like little glitter and stuff like that on that. I think that's so cool. Also, the legs, you've got like sprinkles, but my favorite thing about this by far is the candy cane piece. Like, not only do I want this recolored for other characters for like walking canes, but the fact that it is a candy cane and it's striped like that, I think is really, really awesome. As well as you've got a little tiara there in white, in the pigtail piece there in light yellow. That's what the face looks like with some sprinkles. And on the back, there's a little closed smile. Here is the Snowman figure, and this is a great figure because you'll like, it looks great on the outside. Absolutely. I love it. It's actually a costume. It's not like it's a actual snow built one, because I'll show you here, removing the headpiece here, you've got a guy inside that's sweating up a storm. And I just love that face print. It reminds me of like back in the day with like Scooby-Doo when they unmask the monsters and stuff like that. I think that's really cool. And no back torso printing, but you do get the scarf there, which is actually covering up one of the lumps of coal there, if you see that there. So you got 3 on the torso, then you put the scarf down, and then you've got the head. However, with the figure, you also get the broom, but the actual snowman head is really cool. I like how that sits on top, as well as you've got a little top hat piece that can be removed if you want to do that. Or if you also want, you could remove the nose, and you can see inside there. I think that looks so weird. Here is the Reindeer Costume, and again, very adorable little outfit. I like you could see there on the torso printing, you've got the little collar with the bell, as well as the feet printing is great, but love this. The little gingerbread cookie here on the heart is so cool, as well as this little piece that they've got for the reindeer head, I think is really awesome. You've got a little tail print there, as well as the collar comes back here. But with this piece, the antlers are actually removable. You can remove them off the top, and I could see that being used for like a dog costume or something. I don't know. That's what it sort of looks like. But the face, like a little gap in the teeth, the happy expression there, and then you could see with a little bit more of an open mouth, and her eyes are open here. But we're not done, because of course we have the little present here, which also looks awesome with the printing on top, but when you remove that, I also put the extra cookie you get on the inside there. So cool to have the present in this color, and cool decoration on top with the ribbon. Here is the holiday elf, and I think this is an adorable figure. I really love how it just fits in with like all the other elves that we've gotten before, but it still feels very fresh with the new hair and hat combo. It's a little, I don't know, the green is, I believe, if I, just judging off of this here, if I were to remove this, I think it's yellow on the inside. Yeah, so you could see on the top and around the orange just how bad the like green printing is around that. Like it blends into the yellow, and there's like almost a yellow trim there as well. I don't know, maybe it's just the figure I got, but other than that, I think this is great. I am tempted to get a few of them just because, like, imagine putting those with like the other elves that you have in your collection. The dual molded legs there look great with the boot printing, and again, the torso printing looks awesome. You can see some back torso printing. Also underneath here, you can see she's got this little expression, but personally my favorite thing about this is actually the little snow globe, the dome piece here with like the snow printed on top, as well as a little house in there, whether that's meant to be like a gingerbread house or maybe that's just a regular house. Still very, very adorable, and it reminds me of the Santa Claus movies and how important snow globes are there. Here's the cardboard robot, and this was the very first figure that we saw revealed at LegoCon. Oh my goodness, I just saw that for the very first time. The side arm printing, I never noticed that in the when I was building this. This is adorable. You got some duct tape there holding that arm together, and then over here on this side you've got an on and off switch, which is so cool. Love the dual molding there on the arms, and the dual molded legs are really great too. I like the whole design of this. This is one of my favorites, I think, in this series. You've got like a little cardboard, I guess they've painted it or whatever, and it's a whole like little computer panel there. You've got the scissors to continue to make and expand on this costume. I like the little eyes and the teeth up there, the dial, as well as the face sticking through. You've got studs there on the sides, a stud up here on the top as well. I think this is awesome. Like, could have used some back printing there on that, but honestly it's fine. Like, this is very, very cool. Let's remove this. Also, I just want to point out, I love how you could see like in the inside there, like it's not like it's right up against the face. There's a little bit of a gap, like a cardboard actual like box sort of suit would be. So I think that's so cool. Underneath there you could see the torso printing, a belt of duct tape, which is great. It continues over here onto the back, and you've got this, I guess, are they doing like a robot impression, like zzz, zzz, you know, like they're doing the sound effects and stuff? Sort of the vibe I'm getting there. Here is the popcorn costume, and I'm not sure why they don't have a little accessory. I'm a little disappointed by that, but I think the design of this is really great. It's because it feels like it's that, you know, that arch piece, the one that was used for the bust in the Muppets series. I think that's really cool. I like the printing there. He's a giant popcorn bucket. I think this is great, and I like the little corn there on top as well. Of course, we've had corn suits, so we've got popcorn. I like it. I would have loved for him to have like a little mini bucket or something like that, or even if it was just like the big sort of ice cream piece in light yellow, I think that would have been pretty cool to get. But hey, dark red mid legs, that's pretty cool. No torso printing or anything underneath. He does have a really cool smile, and on the back he's got this little smirk, but nothing there on the back torso either. Here's the wolf costume, and I'm going to be honest, this was my least favorite figure going into the series, but recently people online have changed my perspective because the face is very reminiscent to a ninja that we all know and love. Didn't realize this, I think, in the pictures, but the actual sack piece there has some printing. I think that's cool with the little patch and the little patchwork on there. I think that's great. The torso printing, it's fine. Leg printing, it is dual molded, so that's good. I like the side leg printing. Again, some things that you can't see online when they're showing this off sometimes. The actual wolf headpiece there, yeah, I could see it being used for other things, being recolored for different other costumes and stuff like that. You do have the tail piece that's been used by Rocket, of course. Removing all that, though, you could get a better look here at the torso printing. Little tuft of fur coming on top of the overalls, and then here on the back as well, some fur covering that as well. But with this figure, does the face look like anyone? It looks like Cole. And I'm going to go ahead and I've got a legacy figure here ready to go. Look at that. See the similarities? I definitely see it. And imagine this. Look at Cole's face there. He's licking his lips for the cake. It was just the closest thing I had from Minecraft nearby for a cake. But yeah, really cool. Like, look how perfect that works. And then even here, like if you want to turn the head around here, there is the like blowing down the house sort of thing like the big bad wolf does. But here, like, you know, maybe he's got food in his mouth. Maybe he's whistling. I don't know. It works so well for him. Here is the turkey costume. One of my favorites, I think, in this series, if not my favorite. I really love the way this looks, as well as I didn't realize in any of the pictures, but the big tail piece actually comes over the front of the legs, and I like that. It gives it a bit more of like the texture continuing there, the printing, and I really like that. Instead of it being like the tail you just saw with the wolf that it just attaches at the hip, I think this is really cool. It's also a hard plastic. Like, there is no mistaking that in the bag, but that's more for the field guide video. But you've got the regular sort of, this torso has been used for a ton of different things. Chicks, ducks, and stuff like that, but I like it recolored here in reddish brown. Again, the torso printing's great. And this piece here on the top, that is actually from, I think it was Stunts last year, and they're just recoloring here in red, and I think it works really well for a little turkey suit. I like the leg printing as well. It's very simple. It doesn't really need anything. I like the dual molded legs. Maybe that could be used for someone. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head, but the pumpkin piece there, it's cool. I would have loved like a cornucopia or something like that, if you know what that is, from Thanksgiving. I think that would have been awesome to get, but you are already getting a brand new piece there for the tail. Removing all the gear there, you could see the face and the torso printing a little better there, the happy smile, but on the back, he's got this angry expression, he can go crazy turkey. Anyways, back of the torso there is really cool too as well. Also, I just want to show you this piece here. Like, I could see this being used for like a throne or something, like a shell sort of for like an underwater thing. It sort of looks like that. I don't know, that's sort of the vibe I get, but looks great, very easy to remove. It reminds me also of like the Batman utility belt, but even on the sides, like, it sticks out a bit. I think this is awesome. Here is the Ferry Captain. I love this figure, and I think that it looks really cool. You got a little stud there on the back, which I didn't realize there, if you want to put something, not sure what, but I like the design of this in general. Like, you could remove this, like, just having this figure on his own, I think looks really cool with the side arm printing there. Like, look how detailed that is. The big mustache and everything reminds me of Ninjago. Yeah, I love the piece there on the top as well, the whole emblem, but looks great. But this giant boat piece is pretty crazy as well, where the figure actually sits on through. You got the little windows and everything as well, and the back of the boat with the stud and the front there. And yeah, those little pieces are actually removable. And there's these little pegs. I guess, like, that's the smokestacks or whatever. I don't know the terminology for ships and stuff like that. I'm no Ferry Cap. Here is the Knight of the Yellow Castle, and very adorable. It ties in perfectly with the 90-year anniversary castle, and you could see the little shield piece there, the printing there. The same emblem is there on the chest plate, which also, I just like the colors here with the pink and everything like that. I think this is a very unique looking knight in general. Looks awesome. You got like a little rideable horse there, which is so cool. That is actually attached just like this. It's not one piece, it's two pieces there, and just sits on top of the little short staff piece there. Really, really cute. But if you don't want to have that in her hand, you could actually take a sword, which is also included, this golden sword, close it on up, and you're off to battle there. Also, I like the mid legs here in light gray. I think that looks really, really cool. But I'm going to remove a ton of the gear. So like you saw before, the visor can lift up. You can see on the back she's got like this fighting expression there, which is really cool. But removing the chest plate, and then you can see here you've got like a bit of like chainmail around the neck there, and I don't know if that's meant to be a shirt or something with the logo, but yeah, really cool. I like also the arms in sand blue. It sort of makes it look really cool, like the contrast between that and the rest of the outfit. Love this figure. Here is the green dragon costume, and this is probably my least favorite figure in the series, I have to say, just because it's practically just a recolor of one that we got in Series 18 for the party costumes one. We got a red one. It does make me want to get the red one because I didn't get it back then, and I kind of want them to, accompany each other to parties and stuff like that. But the only upside I could see for this is like the tail piece here is really cool, and I could see that and the wings being used for like Green Goblin customs from like Into the Spider-Verse, and just like the Ultimate Spider-Man version of Goblin when he's like huge, but a minifigure version. Or even Lizard. Like, look at the side arm printing there with the scales. I think that's really cool, and the leg printing as well. The torso could even be used for that. But yeah, I like the head piece there, the giant dragon with the, you've got some teeth pieces there in the back for the horns and everything. I'm not saying it's a bad figure by any stretch of the imagination. It's just, this could have been like a build a minifigure, and I wouldn't have cared, because it's just sort of recoloring pieces that we already have. But yeah, you've got this little face there on the back and this angry fire-breathing one on the front. And no, don't worry, there's no back torso printing either. Just want to show you here the checklist for the series. I like the yellow. I think that it's fitting again with it being the classic Knight of the Yellow Castle, 90-year anniversary yellow. It works well, I think. And here's the back. No advertisement for like the next series or anything like that, but just some instructions showing you how to attach the different things like that there. Anyways, everyone, that is my review of Series 23. I would love to hear your thoughts on the series. What do you think of it? Again, would have liked for there to be a little bit more nostalgia, you know, doing and encompassing more themes that we've gotten over the last few years. Like, there's nothing here for pirates or something. That's a huge part of this. I guess the robot could kind of be from classic space, but still, I love the idea of a holiday series. I would have loved more, like St. Patrick's Day or Valentine's Day, and just continue to do like a whole 12 series dedicated to just that, Dios de los Muertos, and it would be so cool to have stuff like that. But this is what we're getting. And, you know, great choices, great figures in here. Like, I don't really hate any of them. I think that even the wolf really turned me around with the face printing. Also, just want to note, the last series had, like, different costumes, but then they would include, like, hair pieces and things like that. No one really has a hairpiece to wear if they're not wearing the top of their, you know, animal costume or something. So I think that's lacking as well. But I'd love to hear your thoughts, so what do you think of it? Be sure to comment down below. Who are you interested in getting? As well as we will actually have a field guide coming out very soon, so stay tuned for that. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. We'll see you all in the next one.